I'll just record, and you can just cut out whatever we don't want to talk about.
All right.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah. So let me know when you start recording.
I started recording like 10 minutes ago. No, I'm kidding. Like maybe like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, because I would have taken a sabotage clip, but
No. I started after that. Yeah.
Oh, we good. All right.
oh, we're good actually.
We can pause and then like cut it.
Oh, it's fine. No, it's fine. Yo,
Fine.
legit. While watching the Dave Chappelle show, because we want to talk about it, and that's what was his thing called? Dave Chappelle.
The Closer. His
Closer.
Netflix special, The Closer,
Just came out.
getting a lot of attention right now. Go on.
So while watching it, I felt like such a high schooler where I had my notepad open on my other monitor and I'd pause and make notes.
Really?
And then play. Yeah. I decided to do that just because I didn't want to miss points where it's like they weren't like huge parts of it, but I did want to touch my one like this little thing here people could have been triggered by.
By the way, welcome to Causing Ruckus. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. What are you guys drinking?
Yeah.
Anybody jump right into it?
Coronavirus, baby.
Extra.
You're drinking the virus? It just comes in a bottle like that? Oh, that's the
how
variant.
it started.
That's why it's extra.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you drinking?
You know,
Lucas?
if we post that on Instagram, it would. I swear that COVID thing would probably come up. You know that COVID like health warning thing or whatever.
I'm drinking vodka and 7-Up, and then after I'm gonna switch to vodka and peach mango.
I thought that was gonna be eggnog, and I was gonna be like, this guy's drinking a little early.
Ew.
You know what's horseshit? I'm kind of upset now. This bottle looks really nice and cold and refreshing. It's not. This shit is so fucking warm.
Yeah, it looks
It's
frosty.
foggy because it's humid in your room.
Maybe.
Ew.
But yeah, it's this isn't cold. God damn it.
So yeah, let's Dave Chappelle's. I almost cried at the end, by the way.
Okay, sorry. Before we get into it, I just want to say this just real quick. There was one part, I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but when he was for anyone who doesn't know, Dave Chappelle's getting a lot of shit and threatening to be
maybe we talk about that, like the controversy around what's happening first.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy around it. I mean, it's nothing new. Dave Chappelle's always made jokes about the LGBTQ community, but apparently this one went too far, and people are really shitting on him, and they want him to get canceled, yada yada. But there was one part in his stand-up special. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but there's this lady.
Yes, with white hair.
Sitting in the crowd, she just was not having,
you know.
So when I was watching, I was like, yo, this bitch is not having any of it. Like, she's there by force. Someone forced her to go. And I was like, I wonder if anyone else is going to notice this bitch in the crowd being so pissed. And in my YouTube feed, there's a screenshot of Dave Chappelle there, and there's like a red circle over her face. Like, I guess everyone notices this chick now. So funny.
Well, the person she was with, I even noticed that a lot of parts, she was talking to the other person while everyone else is clapping and stuff. Yeah. She's talking in almost disapproval, where it's like,
yeah, you know, she's pissed.
Like, whether you like or dislike the content, why are you going to a comedy show knowing you're going to hate it?
That's what I'm saying. She had to have been forced to go.
Yeah.
Had to have been. Her whoever she was with there was probably like, I don't want to go alone. Can you please come with me?
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I had some good laughs.
I might say it's probably my favorite Dave Chappelle special.
It's also,
I thought it was great.
He does stick very, obviously controversial topics, and I think that's what ultimately came of it, right? Is that he doesn't ever say that he's against the community. He just,
in fact, he says he isn't. Yeah.
And for those who haven't seen it, he tells a very heartfelt story about a friend of his that he made that was part of the trans community, and did she did an opening comedy bit for him at one of his shows. And he makes jokes about it, because everyone says he's transphobic, and she hugged him, and he was like, "Get away from me! I'm transphobic."
Boundaries, man.
3 feet. Give me 3 feet. Give me 3 feet.
So that's what. Sorry, just cut you off right there. That's one of the things that I really like about it is he's making fun of himself, because in the beginning he's like, "I'm not transphobic. I'm not homophobic." Yeah. But then throughout the entire skit, he's saying, "Oh, I'm homophobic."
Yeah, because he uses that's what people say about him. He's like,
exactly,
I am the transphobic comedian Dave Chappelle, and then he runs off of that joke. But I thought it was good. I really, I think it's even what he said about. I didn't know this whole thing with J.K. Rowling either.
You didn't know about that?
I don't remember that happening. No.
Should we dig into that a little bit then?
So yeah, we could
give a little.
Do you want wait before we move on from his trans friend thing? He was saying that his issue was, and the reason why she became close friends with him is because rather than always throwing pronouns at him, she just was like, just accept me who I am as a
As a
person.
person.
And then that's good enough for me. And Dave Chappelle's like, I respect that because you're not like making me, like, you're not being a dick to me. Ultimately, most of his skit has to do with people being assholes to him and like coming
Because
up
they,
to him
like,
and like
take
starting
his-
fights. Yeah,
his
take his
take.
stuff too literal, right? So like
Yep.
he's only retaliating because people are dicks to him. He's like, well, you're gonna screw with the comedian who like puts
What
down
do you
hecklers.
expect?
Yeah, you're kind of gonna get put down, and then they're gonna blame it on racism or whatever have you. But yes,
Yeah.
so go ahead, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, so J.K. Rowling's story, there's a bunch of things that she said that a bunch of people want to get her canceled, which, I mean, a little bit of a tangent. What I think is fucking crazy is a lot of these actors and actresses who made their career off of Harry Potter movies started shitting on her for the things that she said, and I was like, bro, you wouldn't be anywhere. Well, I mean, you'd probably be somewhere without her, but her books made your career.
Yeah.
But she said something. I should pull up the quote.
You want me? I have it.
Does Dave Chappelle do a good job of like paraphrasing it?
Yeah,
Yes.
and she's absolutely right. She basically along the lines of saying only women menstruate, or instead of talking about saying women, leaving it up to the interpretation of trans women and biological women. She says people who menstruate, thus excluding trans women. Yeah, she says something along those lines, and everyone hated it because like, oh, what, like men can menstruate too, or things of that controversy. And everyone was shitting on her for that. Well, not everyone, but like even again, people from the Harry Potter cast were like, what, like cancel her and stuff. And I'm like,
well, I always find crazy.
Is that not fact?
Yeah,
I mean,
like, I don't disagree with.
Women menstruate, men don't.
if you give birth to a child, that means a woman's involved. Like it comes from a vagina. There's no other options. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
So that's kind of his argument with that too. Is like they always come out between a woman's legs. Is what he said, quote unquote. That's not me saying it, right? So, I think what's always pretty crazy about that kind of stuff is that we always talk about freedom of speech. LGBTQ plus community always says like, I have freedom of speech. You can't silence me. But when someone gives their speech freely, LGBTQ silences them, tries to cancel them, and then when people try to rebuttal, it's too late. You're canceled. You're no longer relevant. Where it's like, it's such an unhealthy society.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even just the LGBTQ community.
Correct.
It's just the lefties, the social justice warriors who refuse to have differences of opinions. It's a little ridiculous. I want to run back a little bit when you were talking about how Dave Chappelle made friends with this transgendered woman because she wasn't pushing for pronouns and stuff, and how he's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, I respect that. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, yes, there are people out there who just don't like the idea of a man wanting to be a woman, and they're very close-minded. But I feel like most people are like, do what you want to do. I don't care. But why the hell do I have to validate your crazy thoughts? Like, once you start putting that shit on me, that's when I'm like, well, fuck it. Like,
and that's his take, right? Is
exactly.
I don't have to support, like, I don't have to rally your cause. I can stand by the decisions you make, but it doesn't mean I have to actively participate in not maybe the pronoun piece, but not like pushing for your movement per se.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
But ultimately,
about that too.
His friend, in the skit, she takes her life at the very end, right?
Spoiler.
It's so sad. Yeah, true. Sorry. And what's so sad is because the way it's kind of shown, I guess the way he talks about it, is because she starts getting bashed by her own, I guess, community. So the LGBTQ plus, where she, probably felt welcome, then neglects her, says you're not one of us, like you don't have a community with us, basically. And then she's like, was devastated, right? She was getting cyberbullied by that community
because she backed Dave's side on like he's not against the trans community. Yeah, he's not transphobic.
Well,
and I actually looked it up. Like I did read into it a little bit, and it was really sad.
Like that part.
Some of the stuff she was saying. Yeah, I was like almost in tears when I was like,
I thought came out of nowhere.
I thought he was gonna cry on stage.
Absolutely.
Like, I thought he was gonna break down. And we talked about like the friendship that they had and stuff too.
Yeah, and then talking about her daughter and
and
then he made that like the only there's maybe two jokes in there. I was like, okay, you're like dancing a dangerous line that like the veteran joke is where I was like, ooh,
yeah.
okay. But then when he makes the joke about her
I'm not
killing
ready
herself,
to. Oh.
when
Yeah.
he's like, oh, that's some
takes
big shit that a man would do. I was like, what? And then when he backs it up and says like, as hard as that joke was to hear, she would laugh at it. Then I was like, yo, I fucking respect, like, you did that
Yeah,
joke.
not
for
as
her.
bad. Yeah, no.
You did that joke for her, and I respected that. You're basically looking at everyone else and saying, fuck you, this isn't for you, this is for her, respect. And I was like, shit, like, I'm about it.
And it's so true though, because that's how his comedy works. Is that, you know, he's not dissing people with the intent of I'm here to like intentionally target or hurt people. You can tell by the way he jokes about things is that he's joking. He's clearly joking. He teases himself. He jokes about himself. Like, it's things that, like, if you're there for comedy and you know it's someone who's gonna be doing those dancing those fine lines, if you get offended, I don't even
Probably
blame
not the show to
comedian
go
in that
to.
part.
Yeah.
That's
And
kind
like,
of on you.
who goes to a Dave Chappelle show not knowing what they're getting into? Like, you
Yeah.
gotta know, like, oh, I'm going to see Dave Chappelle.
Like when he was telling the story about the woman at the bar, and like she's like she probably doesn't even know who I am. Is she pretty? She's gorgeous.
fun.
She's trans. He's like, this bitch knows who I am.
I honestly, I thought this special was so brilliant. Like, I actually thought it was genius. Like, there were layers to everything. Like,
I think a lot of his work is like that.
I do.
Have you watched all of his recent ones too?
Yeah, to
his
be honest,
his older ones were obviously a little more on like, you know, not. I feel like as the years went on, well, I guess maybe because he was talking more. It was always more, like he said, about race and you know the power struggle in the black community against the white community, and then or really minorities in general, because he does touch on all of them. But then it's definitely shifted towards more of the LGBTQ community in the last few, especially. But I guess because it's just such a prevalent
it's a hot topic,
right? Yeah.
Well, he even talked about how alone he's disappointed, and this is him basically saying it because, as you're saying, he always joked about race, and he's like, you know, what's the one thing that I'm always jealous about the LGBTQ plus community is that they got awareness so fast. And he was talking about like how black people or like the black community was basically like not doing the right things. He's like, how did they get traction so quick and we're so left behind? And then he was talking about that story where he's like, the funny thing is like he had an encounter with someone from that community, and then basically when they called the cops, they started playing more the race card, knowing that would give them leverage. So not only were they Caucasian and LGBTQ plus, when they called the cops, instantly they like turned into like it's a white versus black, where it's like, oh, this black guy's, you know, like ready to fight me. He's like, what the hell? How can you get two cards to pull now? It's not fair. Yeah. So it's funny how he has a spin on that too.
That was good.
That shit is. Sorry, go ahead.
No, and then, because some of the outrage that I was reading about that people are saying is like people are saying like it's disgusting seeing a company profit like this off of things that, you know, that are what is the, like, basically saying it's like anti-trans or, you know, against the community itself. But it's like, I think he talks about things that no one else really does. Like, no one else has skits about this because everyone's so afraid to be canceled.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, and if he's already getting a fine line, you want clarification.
And I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's because I'm a jerk. I feel like you guys would be in the same camp as me on this, but like, I feel like once you get to the end of that special, there's a very positive message at the end.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, like this ended on a very, like, to me, touching note. And you're like, oh yeah, like he's putting a very good message out to me anyways.
Yeah,
maybe
I interpret it that way too.
But I was like, oh, like, how can you be mad at this? Like, I don't understand.
It's because people just take it out of context.
That's exactly. All the articles I saw on Instagram were like snippets of it, and then people in the comment section were like, you're taking this whole skit or this segment out of context to make it look like it's nothing at all what it is. Yeah. And then people were like, have you even watched the whole thing? Like, it's like you only watch up to a certain point. You're like, I can't believe he's saying this kind of stuff. It's like, we didn't watch the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, you literally just, it's like what, an hour and 20?
Yeah,
something like that. Like, just sit and watch. Like, if you're gonna watch it, watch the whole thing, because he ties it up very nicely at the end. Yeah.
But he
it's a
even
very
brings it
positive
up.
message.
He even brings up, he's like, just again, like, you know, he was even saying, he's like, he starts off very funny. Like, he's like, I wanted to end it here in Detroit because I dissed you guys. Now I'm here. You know, like, it's like very lighthearted, you know, it's teasing. And like, I could see, you know, I don't, but you know, people get offended over that kind of stuff. It's totally out of context, or you're taking it too literal. Like, you take his jokes and apply it too serious in terms of, oh, like he said a joke about this particular group and I'm affiliated with it, I am now going to get offended by it.
Yep.
And it's just not, like, relax.
I think there's one piece that, because, you know, I think it might be hard for us to comment on that piece of it because we're not in the communities that he's identifying with, or not identifying with, but we don't identify in the communities that he's targeting. Maybe that's why, but it's like I personally, if he would say something about, I don't even, like, Lucas, let's say he called you like a dirty pierogi, like, is that gonna like really upset you? You know what I mean? Like,
no, not at all.
Cancel Dave Chappelle.
A good point is like, even people who want to talk about or make jokes about the Holocaust and stuff like that, I'm not gonna get offended when my family was affected by it. It's just like, it's not like, what am I getting out of getting offended over something that I know is a joke? You know, it's almost, it shows lack in my character that, you know, I need to now be like, oh, it's not okay for you to joke about something even though I know it's a joke and it has no intent to be hurtful. I can't believe I'm hurt by it. It shows in my character that I have flaws, in my opinion. And it could show flaws in them depending on how they joke, if it's distasteful.
For sure.
Right? But
I agree with you in that. But I mean, also, I think there are some jokes that are just in bad taste. For example, like the Holocaust, like, I wouldn't get offended or anything, but just be like,
there's better jokes you could make.
Yeah, you could do better, but like, I'm not offended. Like, whatever. Just same as like rape jokes. I don't think those are very funny. I think it's in poor taste, but I'm not gonna get pissed at someone if they make a rape joke. Like, I know it's a joke and it's whatever. Like, so be it. Like, yeah, there's bad taste, but you're right. Like, if you just get offended at every little thing, even if you're not affected by it, what are you doing?
But he doesn't even just kind of be like, you know, since he's part of the Black community, he doesn't then be like, hey, like, I'm now supporting and strong support of BLM because I'm part of that community. He talks about how one of the first things he talks about is he hated that he saw on the internet
that whole
Black
thing with
people
the Asians
beating a bunch of Asians
yeah.
for no reason at all, and that's what started the ALM movement. And then he made a joke because then he tied it with the coronavirus about like how that's what's going inside of his body when the coronavirus was going off, was the black cells fighting the Asian cells, right? So I was like that's funny because we know he's not sincerely affiliating with hatred and race wars.
Yeah.
He's making
light
joke
of tense scenarios.
Yeah,
which is why I think he's
situation
such a good
sick
comedian.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the good thing about it too is, yes, he's making fun of these tense, controversial scenarios that a lot of people don't want to touch upon, but he's also, when he tells these jokes, it makes you kind of question yourself. And he said then to say, like, if you got offended, you say, well, if you're any smart human being, you'd be like, well, why am I offended? Like, that was still funny. Or if you laugh, you're like, am I laughing at something that I shouldn't laugh at, kind of thing? And it's so brilliantly put together that you're just like, fuck, like, he's good. That is funny. Like, one of the things that I also saw people tweeting about, and they were getting upset about.
You saw people tweeting? You go on Twitter?
Well, I see Twitter screenshots on Instagram. Yeah, so no, I don't go.
I think that's the only place people see tweets is on Instagram screenshot or Reddit screenshot.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually on Twitter is where people see.
There's only 5 Twitter users, and Trump is no longer the 6th. Just so you know.
That's right. No, but like that, you gotta be really ignorant to just like really not even take in the whole story. We're not trying to do all of Dave Chappelle's bits on this podcast.
Are we gonna just do an hour and a half recap?
Reenacting, yeah. Try and sue us, Dave Chappelle. We got nothing anyways. Don't take our 3 viewers.
Anything but that.
Yeah. No, but like the part where he's talking about when he was fighting the lesbian at the club. Hilarious bit. I thought it was so funny. But like, people get upset. They're like, he's promoting like beating women and violence against the LGBTQ community. I was like, no, if you listen to the story, it's a funny story, but he thought it was a man at first, and basically the story is him defending himself against someone who's aggressive, whether it be a man or a woman.
Yeah,
Who's
it doesn't
falling
matter.
first?
So
He's
the point
defending-
is he's throwing hands no matter what, man, woman, or child, and that's what makes it funny. And it
Yeah.
happens to be a woman, and he was just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to work. I'm lighting this
tenderize
motherfucker
those
up.
titties.
Like chicken cutlets,
chicken
baby. Yeah.
So like, brilliant. Like it's not violence against women. It's not violence against the LGBT community. It's just
It's just
defending,
defending
yourself, no matter
yourself.
what.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the story. That's the story. Like he didn't go target this person, and in fact,
Yeah,
that
they
story is
targeted
about
him.
not
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
He was approached. And he said, "Well, fuck it, let's go."
In fact, most of his stories, it's him targeted first.
Yeah,
To be honest, most of the stories that he talks about, you'll see that it's usually him doing like minding his own business, and he gets approached.
yeah.
Right, like the lady at the supermarket or the bathroom. I mean, the bathroom's a different situation. Like nothing happened. That was bad, right? But like, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
His reactions to a lot of those scenarios were just fucking gold.
I think I think his delivery is so good. Like even
Brilliant.
the way his reinterpretation of his reactions are like
Yeah.
gold. Like it's
Yeah.
so good.
Again,
Even his
I don't-
old stuff was like that too.
he was a little more animated back then, which
Yeah,
was still very
yeah.
funny.
It was still
but now
good.
he's just so like calm about it that
Yeah.
like to me I almost find it funnier. Again, I'm not trying to do all of his bits, but one of the parts that really stood out to me that I was fucking howling at because I was listening to it in my car when I was driving home. That's where I started it. And the part where he's it's that same fighting the lesbian in the club thing, and he's like, bro, back off, and like whatever, and she's like, stop calling me a man, I'm a woman. And he's like, and I said, what? Like, so like that's his response.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah, no.
And then that's where he
and
kind of says, no matter what sex you are, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Right?
so
Right.
good.
Yeah. It
Amazing.
was good. I really enjoyed it.
Honestly, I think everyone should watch it, whether you easily get offended or not.
Then you'll know
I
what
thought it was
you know.
great.
Then you might have an insight to where you stand on the whole matter too,
Mhm.
in terms of is Dave Chappelle in the wrong or not for what he's talking about.
More than anything, I feel like if you get offended easily, you should watch it because I feel like those people should push their boundaries.
I also like
And
that
challenge
he referenced his previous ones with the Jesse Smollett bodyguards that were sitting with him.
yeah. He's tying into like past
his old
past
ones.
shows. No, that's sick.
Yeah.
I did like that. Yeah, brilliant.
And
Special. I liked it.
and I am excited for his new movie, Space Jews. For anyone who
I
watched the
hope it-
special.
I hope
Yeah.
that becomes a thing.
Yo, what about the kid book?
Yeah, so-
That story cracked me up. That part cracked me up. Again, we won't.
Wait,
I
as
don't
soon
wanna do
as
the whole
he
thing.
said
You can
the
go watch
title.
it. Yeah, the
Yeah,
title
but as
killed
soon
me.
as he said the title, I was like, oh my god. Because while he was explaining, I was like,
Yeah,
mean-
and he gets shot. I'm like, what?
anyone who knows me, like I'm not a fan of the BLM movement and all this. To me, not even to me, I'll back it up with facts. This fake narrative of black people in the States and the police, it's whack. So when he's doing this bit, I'm like, Dave Chappelle, move on, man. Like I'm not a fan of this, but then he drops his line, and I was like, shit. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, it was good. I did enjoy that.
Duh, such a great special.
Okay, let's take a turn here. I was gonna talk. What did I want to chat about? I think
Sorry,
we maybe.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
Did you think what you were?
No,
gonna
it's
say?
okay. I'll remember. You go.
I was gonna say, I'm a huge fan of the Hot Ones YouTube show. You guys watch
Oh, with
those?
the wings.
Yes,
With the wings?
absolutely.
I fucking love it. Like, first of all, what's his name? Sean. What's his last name? I don't remember. The
Sean
host.
Penn?
The host. I don't remember
Oh,
his
the
name.
host.
I'm a big fan of the show. I don't even know the host's name. I'm so sorry.
Wow,
if he
what
ever
a fake
watches
fan,
our
dude.
podcast, if he
What
ever
a
watches our
fake-
podcast, no, that guy is easily the best interviewer.
Sean Evans.
Sean Evans. Yes, that's right. Thank you. He is easily the best interviewer of all times. Like his guy's questions, fantastic. The depth that he goes into, incredible. But just the overall idea of the show, great. I just watched the episode with John Bernthal. Anyone who doesn't know who John Bernthal is, I didn't know his name for the longest time, but I love him as an actor. He's the guy who plays Shane in Walking Dead. He's
Punisher.
Oh, Punisher.
Punisher. Yeah,
Oh,
Punisher.
okay,
that
yeah,
guy.
cool.
He always plays these scumbags, except for a few things like Punisher, Wind River. There are a couple roles where he's like a good guy, but he always plays these big douchebags. I fucking love him as an actor. Didn't know much of him as like a person, but then I
Yeah.
watched that episode and then I started watching a couple of his interviews and stuff. He just seems like the man.
Like a cool
I'm a
dude.
big fan. Yo, mad respect.
I think if you
Mad
come out of a
respect.
movie or a show hating a character, that
They did a
person is
good
then a
job.
phenomenal actor. Yeah.
Except for
Exactly.
Joffrey.
No, like see that kid did
No, that
amazing.
kid, yeah,
no,
that's
I hate that actor associated with the role. He did too good of a job.
He did
Where
a
I now just
damn
hate him
good
as a
job.
person. Yeah, not
like
just an actor.
even like Draco Malfoy. Everyone
Yep.
hates
Yep.
that guy. Hated that guy.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
say that. Yo, he passed out recently at I think golfing tournament and had to get hospitalized.
Is he all right?
The actor. I think so.
Get that spell Harry put on him. Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got cursed, bro.
Yikes. Well, hope he's well.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
hope so.
I agree. Like, hate the character.
That's a
fucking
phenomenal
respect the
job
sh-
of the actor. Yeah.
Respect the shit out of the actor. There's so many of those where you're just like, you fucking hate that guy on the screen.
What if it's the
They're
opposite?
killing it.
What if you love the character and you hate the actor?
Oh,
you
there
give
are
an
a couple of those. Dwayne
Kristen
Johnson.
Stewart?
Dwayne Johnson. I'm sorry, Dwayne Johnson, but
You
his
don't
roles,
like The Rock?
I like him as a guy. Name 3 good movies he's in. Like
No,
good movies.
I'm asking for the opposite.
Fast and Furious 5. Fast and
off.
Furious. There you go. Bro.
Yo,
I can
Pain
name
and
you-
Gain. I'll give him Pain and Gain. Pain and Gain was
Yo,
sick.
yo.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pain and
John
Gain was
Cruz.
very
John
funny.
Cruz was pretty solid. Hobbs and Shaw was entertaining.
Hobbs
I thought it was
Jones.
funny.
Sure.
Yo, what about what's the Disney
Get
one?
smart. Yo, get smart, bro.
Maui? No.
Okay, yeah, but sure, okay, but that's Disney.
Yo,
Disney.
Lee, we named at
Basically
least
him.
one.
Hey, you got it. You got it.
Wow,
all
you're
right.
You
a
basically
hater, bro.
love.
Yo,
Are you
love
calling
that.
him out? Are
Yo,
you
Tooth Fairy?
are you calling him
Fairy?
out? You want to fight him?
No, I fucking don't.
Dude, he'll,
Oh.
he'll bring you to the rock bottom part of your life for sure.
That sounds
rock
hot.
bottom.
That's
So
hot.
going back to
I'm into
John Bernthal, though, the guy who plays
Yes.
Shane Walking Dead. Yo, the one time I actually started liking him as an actor when he was in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yo, he's such
Yo,
a dirtbag.
where he
Such
has
a
like
dirtbag in
the
that movie.
handlebar mustache. and
I
he just-
totally forgot he was in that movie.
He was that
Yeah.
guy where it's like, sell me this pen. He's like, yo, sign your name on that sheet. I can't. Oh, so you need a pen? Supply and demand, baby. Like
Yeah.
instantly, I'm like, yo,
Brilliant.
I love him. Yeah, he's
You
so
know,
good.
apparently that scene was improv.
Really?
Wow.
So when I was
kudos.
watching the Hot Ones episode, he was talking about like that whole working with Martin Scorsese, the director for that movie. There's a lot of improv in his movies and whatnot. And Leo DiCaprio was talking with I think one of his bodyguards, and the bodyguard had actually done an interview with I forget what's the guy's name, the Wolf of Wall Street guy.
Sure.
And
Patrick
he had
Swayze.
no. And he had
Something Belfront.
Yes,
Jordan.
Belfort. Yeah. So he had mentioned the whole selling a pen thing, and then they start shooting that scene, and out of nowhere, Leo DiCaprio just brings it out. He's like, "Boom, sell me this pen," and everyone's just like, "Let's fucking roll with it." So everyone just starts going with it. And I was like, "Yo, that's fucking sick."
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool
That's-
to think of improv
neat.
scenes that you made up that just were like the director.
Incredible.
It was outside of what the director had in mind, but they still went with it. Like, I wonder. I'm gonna look it up. Like list of most
Robin
famous
Williams was
improvised scenes. Yeah,
infamous.
yeah. Robin Williams
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, and fucking nothing could be scripted for that guy. Sticking with Leo, Django Unchained. I fucking love that movie.
Yo,
Great movie.
it was actually unscripted that he broke his hand on the glass.
He cut his hand on the glass. He didn't break
He broke
but-
it. He
He broke
broke
the
his
glass.
glass on the hands.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah, that was incredible. Didn't even break character and just went with it. The thing though is in that scene, for anyone who hasn't seen Django Unchained, go watch it. Great movie. But it's the intense scene at the dinner table. He slams his hand on the table and he breaks the glass and his hand starts bleeding. This is actually happening in real life, and he just kept going with the character. And that's at one point he goes behind I don't know the actress's name, my bad. And he like rubs his hand on her face and it's blood just smearing on her face. All that's improv. I wonder what she thought. Is she like, you fucking Leo, you son of a bitch? But she has to stay in character too because it's such a great scene now. Like, I
Leo,
wonder-
you're unchained, baby.
Yeah, but like, I
Loose
wonder
cannon.
in improv scenes like that, like what is everyone else thinking? And like how worried like me, I'd be fucked. I can't do that shit. But like are other people like, God damn it, Leo, like you what the fuck? And you're just playing catch up the whole time? Like mad respects for that.
I wonder if you took it even extreme, like after the scene was done, he like slapped Samuel Jackson with a bloody hand. Samuel was like, "Stop, Leo! You're
He said,
improvising
"Cut."
too hard."
He said cut.
So here's Johnny from The Shining was improvised.
Oh
He
no
breaks-
way.
he
Yo, that's
breaks through.
classic.
Yeah.
What?
Even
Iconic scene.
Tony Stark at the very end of the first Iron Man when he goes, "I'm
Yes.
Iron Man." That's
Yes.
improvised.
Yeah.
Which
again,
also how he ends
iconic.
Endgame.
Yep. Spoiler.
Oh, even the
Movie's been out for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, honestly.
Yo, Kel has not seen it yet.
What? Is
Yeah,
she
I
like
know.
into Marvel?
Yes.
Obviously not then.
Yeah,
She's
obviously not
Endgame.
then, because that's literally like the end. Like
The
that's
culminating of
it's the movie. If
first
you were to watch,
saga.
if you were to miss any movie, that's the one you don't want to miss.
Agreed.
Yeah. The okay, Infinity War, when Tom Holland is disintegrating after the line of him saying "I don't want to go" was improvised. They just said
Also
act like you
classic.
don't want to go, and I was like, bro, that's a good one.
He just said what they told
I
him.
don't-
Is that yeah, act like you don't want to go. Oh, I don't want to go. Perfect. Just do it just like
Amazing.
that. Get out
Brilliant.
there and show them who's boss.
And cut. That's a wrap. What?
I thought that was the iconic one was I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Like that was one where like, yo, you caught the feels.
Yo, you caught the feel
Yeah.
on that one. Yo, here's the thing though. That scene, intense. I had seen Infinity War once, and then I went to see it in theaters the second time with my brother and his wife. And my brother and I had seen it together the first time, so it was just for her to see it really. And we're watching the movie, and that scene's coming on. And anyone who's seen that movie, like it's quiet, like there's no music playing. You just kind of hear like the wind blowing, and everyone's fucking dying. And my brother just doesn't give a fuck, and he's just rummaging through his bag of popcorn, and all I hear is just like crunching and shit. And he's filling his mouth, and like his wife and I both lean over, like, "Are you fucking serious? Like right now? Like right now when like Spider-Man's dying? Like are you fucking serious?" And he just like keeps going, and then he like stops and looks at me. He's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, man! The scene is so intense."
Yo, by the way, Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys have seen it's been like blowing up on TikTok, which I only see through Instagram, just like tweets.
Yeah.
And
true.
where he got interviewed when he was younger. It's like,
Yeah.
who was your first crush? And he's like Zendaya, and now he's
Boom.
dating Zendaya. Then he's like, oh, much younger. Who, if you were to play a superhero, who would you play? And he's like, I don't know, like in 10 years time, I'd play like Spider-Man or someone. Boom, done. And then it's like top 3 actors you'd play with. The first person he names. And by the way, he's a fictional character. If you guys don't know, Jake Gyllenhaal. He plays Jake Gyllenhaal, like with Jake Gyllenhaal in Spider-Man, where Mysterio plays Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
Just so you guys
Mysterio
know.
plays
Yeah.
Jake
Yeah,
Gyllenhaal in
crazy.
Spider-Man film. Yeah, kid's living his dreams, man.
Honestly,
Mad respect.
that's kinda cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't said like, what kind of podcast you want to be on? Causing a ruckus. I'd love to be on.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, Tom Holland. You're more than welcome.
I think the most fascinating thing is when like people like him, being from the UK, I would have never like until they do their first interviews and you hear them outside of the movie. I'm like, I would have never known. I'm like, I would have just thought you were American, dude.
Yeah, right. They do such a good job. You know who was one of those guys? The guy who played Rick Grimes in Walking Dead.
What
Yeah,
is his?
yes.
He's British.
Have
He's
you
British.
not heard it? Yeah, bro. See, the
No.
first interview I saw him, I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, this is a lie. He's been lying the whole time.
That or you guys ever see an actor you've never seen his voice, but you've seen his actors?
I don't
20
actually
times.
ever see their voices. So.
Sorry, you hear
You
their
see
voice for the
voices?
first time. You hear their voice for the first time. You're like, yo, does not suit him. I don't know if you guys know. I think it's Will Arnott.
Will Arnett.
Yeah, Will Arnett. So he plays in
Arnett. Yeah,
what's this show called? The really popular
Arnett.
show.
Will Arnett. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. No, yeah, is it Always Sunny?
No. It's not that one. It's Arrested Development.
That's right. You said
Bro,
it,
he
yes.
has such a deep voice for his face. It does not match him whatsoever.
No, he's got a
Like,
badass
come on.
voice though.
It does. Yeah, it is a badass voice. But it's
And
so
that's
funny
like,
because
sorry, go on.
I was gonna say in the character he's such a goofball with that like deep ass voice that it becomes
Like
even
deeper
funny.
than Alex's voice.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, he voices Lego Batman, and he's probably the best Batman voice ever. And he's
Yeah.
not even like really putting on a voice; he's just talking.
Yeah, he's just talking and talking
That
about.
sounds sick.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes animated characters so interesting. Like animated shows, like when you have no idea what these people look like at all.
who the fuck that is. Yeah.
Like I don't know
like-
if I saw a clip of a SpongeBob episode, but
yes,
instead of the SpongeBob characters, it's all the real actors dressed like
blew my
them. Like,
mind.
yeah,
I was like, what? No fucking
like
way.
SpongeBob's just like old dude.
Yeah, with glasses, lanky dude. Yo, but Patrick, as soon as I see him, I'm like, yeah, that's Patrick. Like, you know it's Patrick
Right.
for sure.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, you fucked that guy up, dude.
Or vice versa. Like a lot of cartoon characters who are male, like who play kids, are usually voiced by female
Like Bart
voice
Simpson,
actresses,
right?
which is like mind blowing. Like
Yeah.
Timmy Turner,
What?
like Bart
Yeah.
Simpson.
Yeah, Timmy
like,
Turner. Yeah.
I
I'm
didn't know
like,
Timmy Turner.
I was like mind blown that those are played by a female actress. I'm like, yo, kudos to you guys for killing that role. Like, you
Yeah,
guys destroyed
never would have guessed. That's crazy.
it. Yeah.
You know whose voice actually went the opposite for me? Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa. The first time like I've seen him was in Conan, and then Game of Thrones.
He's in
is where-
Conan?
yeah, the remake.
I had no idea.
Um,
Thought
and
he was
then,
only in 2.
what?
I thought he only played Aquaman and Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I really got to like know him in Game of Thrones, and
Oh.
then I saw an interview back when he was younger, and I was like, this motherfucker doesn't sound like that. Like he sounded like not nearly as cool as I thought he did. Like, what the fuck? Like you sound cool as Khal Drogo, bruh. And then now when I see him in interviews, I'm like, bro, are you putting on a voice? Like I can't tell. Like that's not what you sound like.
He definitely plays a persona now.
Yeah, 100%.
He tries to play a badass persona. It's
How do
almost
you know? Do you know him?
no. It's just that he almost tries too hard to do it now. Like he tries to be into like motorbikes and like axe throwing and stuff. I'm like,
That's what he's
I
into.
mean,
Maybe
good for
he's
you,
into it.
but
You know what's funny though? Here's what I think
Yes.
is funny: is he does have this very badass persona, right? Like this rugged, like man's man persona. My uncle has he always has these fucking sick jobs. These amazing jobs. His most recent one is he like he's a
does he
chef.
ever give himself hand jobs?
Those are sick jobs,
He
dude.
gets paid for it. He gets paid for it too.
Whoa.
He pays himself. No, so like he's a chef, and right now he like cooks for like movie sets and stuff. Like he'll be in like a food truck, and like he'll have to feed the actors and whoever's on set, whatever. And one of his projects, his recent projects, is a movie that Jason Momoa was working on. So he was cooking for Jason Momoa and his crew. And it's funny because again, he's this big badass guy, wicked beard, into axe throwing motorcycles, his tattoos, his cool ass beard and shit. And there were times where he would order like pasta with butter. I'm like, what? Like my niece eats that shit. Like, what the fuck is that? But hey, man likes what the man likes. That's fine.
Yeah, you like what you like.
But it's just like I
You
would
would never
never
expect-
would have guessed. Never would have guessed.
Do you think there's
I've never eaten pasta with butter.
Bro, it's
never
not-
did.
hype.
Yo, it's good.
It's hype.
Little
Yo,
No,
Parmesan
you guys are
cheese on
saying
it
it's
too?
hype, and you guys saying you wouldn't expect it. Now, what's the?
No, because you expect someone like that to be eating chicken breast and rice, steaks. He's fucking rich.
when I see him,
movie
like, I
star.
have a
You think
picture
he's
of
gonna
him.
eat everything?
He looks like a pasta and butter kind of dude. You know what I mean? Good.
Kinda good.
Dude.
Kinda good. Kinda
Kinda
good.
good.
How's it taste?
He-
Kinda good.
Apparently, he wants to make a movie with The Rock, but which is fine because The Rock makes too many movies anyway. So you might as well just make one with him anyway.
Yeah, this guy doesn't take a break.
Do you see The Rock actually came out with a rap song?
Yeah, with Tech Nine.
Stop.
With Tech Nine, baby,
How bad is it?
it's great.
No, it's not.
It's alright.
It's actually good.
It's alright. I think
Dude,
we could
again,
have
I'm not trying to
I think we
hate,
could
but,
have
like-
been without it, but I'm not gonna hate on it.
But
Like,
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Listen,
Okay. Hey, good.
he
for The
did
Rock.
he did a better job than Meek Mill did on his diss track to Drake, and Meek Mill grew and was known as someone who did like diss tracks. Like he was someone who did rap battles. That's how he grew and like got his like whole career built.
Drake.
and he
Drake.
got smushed.
Drake should have gone to jail for what he did to Meek Mill.
Yeah, that diss
He
track
should've gone to
was
jail for that.
insane. Yeah, insane.
Whooped his ass.
As soon as he said like what was that?
It's not. Is it a world? Is it a
Your
world tour?
world tour, your girls tour. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I was
Right.
like, oh. The best part is like he's friends with Nicki Minaj, who was Meek Mill's was a wife at the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
or
Were they married? No.
Were they
maybe
married?
engaged.
Okay, so they're together. So
They were
he's
pretty
like
serious, I think.
he's kind of like
I didn't know they're
dissing
engaged.
one of his good friends, his boy, and be like, "Yo, I'm so sorry for what I'm gonna have to do to your man's."
He left me no choice.
Yeah,
Yo, I've been seeing this meme. I don't know why it's been coming up a whole lot lately. You know, in that song, what the hell is it called? With Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki Minaj, where it starts with saying,
Truffle butter?
I never fucked.
"Yeah, I
Wayne,
never fucked."
Oh,
Wayne."
that one.
No, so basically, the memes that's been going around, it says Nicki Minaj confirms that she's never fucked Lil Wayne or Drake. Lil Wayne and Drake both go on to say that they've never fucked Nicki Minaj, but no one has said that Lil Wayne and Drake have fucked. That's like a meme I've seen like probably like 4 times.
It's
in
a
the
song
last,
that's never been confirmed yet. I
That's
bet when they're like writing a
amazing.
song, Like Nicki Minaj, like, I never fucked Wayne, never fucked Drake. And Drake's like, yo, don't put the other equations out there. People don't gotta know. I'm a diss your man's. I'm a diss your man's, but you don't have to keep it that way. Like, relax.
Goodness.
Also, not
gracious.
confirmed if Drake and Meek Mill like being friends again also involved a quality hand job.
That's confirmed.
It's not confirmed. I'm saying
Oh, it's not confirmed.
it's not
They have-
confirmed.
Yeah, they have to make a song about it, and they'll open it with the same lines, same kind of lines with Nicki
Well, their
Minaj
song was going bad, right?
for each other. Weird flex.
Yikes.
Anything else in the? It's funny because it's funny that we're talking about stuff like this that was big in social media, but we talk about always not being like. Maybe it's like
Into
I'm
social
on
media.
social media, but it's not like I care about like the social image
Yeah,
that I have.
doesn't dictate anything in our
my
lives.
my social media, but it's just sometimes you'll see some of the funniest shit you'll see is on Instagram or Reddit.
Absolutely.
I'd say
Absolutely.
majority of the funny shit you see is usually on social media.
Now the
I feel like
funniest shit you'll see is on YouTube right here, baby, on Causing a Ruckus. Hey.
And to our one Twitch viewer, the funny shit you will see.
Talking to you.
No, actually, we're not even talking to them because this doesn't air on Twitch. So
Psych.
we're thinking about you. Just know that we're thinking. About
Yeah, you're in our hearts.
you. But yeah, I don't know. I just find myself sometimes. I've been going on Reddit a lot lately, and I just there's some subreddits that I typically have a really fucking good how like the contagious laughter one usually gets me. People doing some like stupid shit.
Yeah,
There was
Reddit is a dangerous place, man.
Yo, it just
You can
goes to
learn a
show how popular Reddit became.
It's fucking everything.
Yo, I listened to the radio one time. I never listened to radio on the car ride home, but I was driving with my stepdad. He turned on the radio, what their topic was talking about their favorite subreddits. And I was like, shower thoughts was one
Shower
of
Thoughts is
them.
good.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And I was like, I can't believe it's come to a fact where they don't even have to explain a subreddit or what Reddit is. It's very well known what
You
those
just
are.
know. Yeah.
How would you explain a subreddit to someone like someone who's never used Reddit before? I said it's just like a category. It's like
Yeah.
a topic that every post in that topic relates to whatever.
I'd say topic.
Like a
Topic
specific
would
forum.
be a good way.
Yeah, like a forum. It's like a sub forum because
Yeah.
Reddit would be like the forum. Yeah,
Yes.
It's just a sub forum for a specific topic. But literally, I think there's a subreddit for anything you can think of.
Bro.
Maybe even things you haven't thought of are subreddits.
So have you guys ever listened?
How would you know?
So you like I don't know. So one day
I
you,
didn't
you
think
stumble
about it though.
You stumble across it, you're like, holy shit, this is a subreddit.
Oh, that's true. I guess at some point you'll find out.
Well, we get our own subreddit.
No
Is it-
posts.
Yeah.
Causing a
people-
Ruckus subreddit, and you just post our clips.
Or people just post ruckus in their life or causing ruckus in their life.
Hey, you know what? So like my
Sorry,
my
go for it.
my old Jits group, we have like a big group chat and they were just going off on this huge fucking tangent. There was like I literally put my phone down for 10 minutes. I looked at it, it's like 150 messages, and I was like, I'm not fucking reading this, so I just skipped
No,
it.
that's too many.
Way too much. But they're just going off on all this.
I do that with our
controversial
group
shit.
chat when it's 5 or more.
Yeah, it's
Go
like
ahead.
3 messages and this guy doesn't read it. But then you know, like there's some controversy, people arguing back and forth and stuff. And one of the guys was like, hey man, like, you know, don't take it so seriously. We're just causing a ruckus. And I was like, whoa. And like that's when I chimed in. I was like, that's copywritten. Like, fuck off, man. And like someone else chimed in, like, yo, that would make a sick podcast name. And I was like, yo, guys, fuck off. Like that's mine and you know it. And it just like kept going. And then I was like, yeah, hey guys, let's do a podcast
Let's
called
start
Causing
one,
a
yeah,
Ruckus. Fuck you.
Imagine that's where all of our viewers are going is to their
Go to
they're
there.
causing a ruckus.
So
I
pissed.
bet you there's a subreddit
So
called Causing a Ruckus. It'd be like half our clips, half of people literally like just like banging on random shit, making noise, just literally causing a ruckus.
That's a sick subreddit. I'd still be into it.
3 clips of us, and the next one just someone throws a frying pan downstairs. Next, yo, that'd
It's
be
like
sick.
Stomp. Yeah.
Yo, speaking of which, have you ever read or been on a website called fmylife.com?
No.
okay, so it usually just posts a bunch of storyboards where you can openly be like, yo, this is what happened to me today.
Oh, I
Fuck
used to
my
read
life.
those
Jokes.
all the time.
Yo, so it's a
It's
website that's
hilarious.
dedicated to just that. There's like
Yeah,
over a million
yeah.
posts. Yo, I recommend just go through it one day, just read a few pages, be like, yo, this is a joke. I had an F my life moment today and texted my girl about it. So I went to the grocery store before to get my meal prep stuff. And I take my route usually. I take a sidewalk beside a street, and there's a lot of trees and stuff. And the reason why I take that route is because it's nice. It's not just cars and concrete. It's like you get a nice, like, mix of trees and stuff. And
Sure.
I was walking on the sidewalk, and I typically just walk in the center until someone passes, and I'll move to the right. Reason being is because there's trees and there's everything else just obnoxiously in my way. So rather than dodging shit, I'll just be in my center lane. I'll just step in mud and stuff. So a guy is coming towards me, and I was like, okay, I'll move to the right side. Logically, go to the right side. I think that should be standard everywhere, including grocery stores. I'm not going to get into it being a thing of mine that bugs me. So I went to the right side. Fuck my life here, because as soon as I transition to the right side and he's starting to pass me is when the trees start having their branches like going like 6 feet. And as a person who's over 6 foot, I had to start like ducking. So I was like starting to walk and just carried on for like 30 fucking feet. And I want to be courteous and get like 15 feet in front of this guy and start transitioning so he knows he doesn't have to move out of the way from me. Bro, so I was like dodging to the point where I started being like leaning towards his side to avoid shit. And I was like, I gotta crouch to avoid these branches. So I crouch and start walking and like crouching to literally his height level, to the point where like when I pass him, like I just look over and he's like, I'm like, he probably thinks I'm mocking his height because I'm walking like that. And then I move past him, like, God, fuck my life, man. I look like such an asshole.
Yeah,
like I look
you're
like such an idiot.
asshole, bud.
That's pretty funny.
That's rude. Why you gotta mock the short folk, dude? That's fucked.
Yeah,
To be honest, he was also like
uncalled for.
5'6", so there's no reason you should be that short.
Oof.
Thank God I'm over 5'6".
Putting that out there, please don't cancel me. Like,
Barely.
if Dave Chappelle made a joke about height, he'd be canceled in a minute. So
Yeah, so you're out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
out of
but I'm
here.
not Dave Chappelle.
That's true.
Excuse me, sorry.
This is where I argue I have white privilege.
Oh,
Pretty
Good.
intense topic right there, baby.
you could indeed. See this? What was the topic entitlement? Are you entitled to that?
Are you entitled to white privilege?
Well, him being white, is he entitled to that?
I suppose he's
Is white
hit the
privilege a real
criteria.
thing?
He's met the criteria. Yikes.
Okay, let's switch it up here. Unless you guys have something else, I was gonna quickly touch on something that
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
viewers can relate to.
Sure.
Okay, when you guys are stressed, what are things you do to de-stress, or if you ever feel stressed?
If I ever get stressed, it doesn't last all that long. And if it does last long, like if it's actually something important that stresses me out, I usually try and come up with a game plan. Because I hate being that person who is flustered and overwhelmed and does not a damn thing about it. I fucking hate that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll at least come up with a plan, and I'll come up with at least one realistic thing that I can tackle if it's like a very big thing. Otherwise, music. That's why I do jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu keeps me calm, keeps me from choking people in real life.
Like sexually? Sick, dude.
Lick my hand and grab their throat. Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing.
As you're choking him out.
It is now.
baby.
But yeah, music for sure. Taking a nap too. If napping is an option at the time, if I'm stressed, fuck it. Let's take a 20.
What about like if it's a long-term thing?
Give
Do
me
an example.
Oh, that's tough. So I guess the example. So this is like one of the not the first times, but it's kind of circled back. So I've been super stressed with just how work's really busy right now. But it's like it's one of those where it's like I've never been like it feels like it's been like weeks, and I'm just like I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired all the time. But it's like how do I'm just curious like what you guys would do or how you would, because I've never really had this problem before where it's it is what it is.
I feel like I used to handle it incorrectly. So when I first started my old job, we were busy every day. We were like totally behind. It's almost like we're months behind and stuff. Where like after 3 weeks of being there, it's like I didn't create a dent. In fact, it felt like it got worse. And I used to like just drown myself in work, so I'd just like work crazy OT, and I felt I was wrong. Nowadays, honestly, I think logically about it. Like I think, well, if I come in extra, is anyone else coming with me? Like one person doing OT doesn't really affect something when you
Doesn't
have
help
30
anyone.
other people that's not.
Mhm.
So I think I just started thinking more logical about it. And honestly, I started de-stressing by not trying to avoid the problem or not thinking about it, but just being like, I know it's out of my control. I've brought up the issues I can. I'm just gonna do it day by day and see what happens. And people putting pressure on you, I start explaining what's going on, being like, yo, listen, I'm stressed out about because I know we're so busy. These are what I have done. These are the options.
Mhm.
This is why I need to have it completed, but
Mhm.
I'm not getting the support I need. Period. And sometimes like it's like, well, that's too much information. That's too personal. Maybe you shouldn't be bringing that up on like professionally, but it's like honestly, just
No,
letting people
I
know,
don't feel
like,
that
hey,
way,
like, but like, yeah, like letting people know where your headspace is at, especially in a professional environment like work. I'm behind, being like, yo, listen, I'm super behind. This is a solution. If I can't get it, then I'm stuck. You know what I
I
mean?
think that's a really important piece. Is that I feel like a good takeaway is if you can't be open and personable about issues you're having outside of work with people you report to, I think that's a problem. I think that's a big thing that's
Yep.
overlooked. Because people are like, I can't talk about this with my boss. I was like, I mean, if then maybe that's not that person's not a good fit for like a leadership role. Like
Or vice
I would
versa.
hate if I couldn't talk about personal things that that could potentially be impacting when I might work
Mhm.
with my boss.
Or
I
vice
just think that's
versa,
very
though.
toxic, like corporate culture. That's just my take on that. But
Some people just don't feel comfortable bringing that up in general because they
yeah,
let
yeah,
things
that's
bottle
fair.
up. It's not always the other person's fault. Some people can be
Agreed.
like an open book, being like, the office door's always open, come talk to me.
Yep.
And some people just don't bring stuff up because they take it as, this is my burden. I have to deal with it. And
Yep.
it works both
Mhm.
ways there too.
That's true.
Yeah, I think I mean, to a degree, it's largely because I'm not working in a job that would say is my career or like my dream
Mhm.
job. Like there isn't really much passion there. I get paid a good amount of money, and I like my job. Like that's it. Like
That's good. Yeah.
while I'm in my work hours, I will bust my ass. Sure, I'll get stressed. I'll think about things. I think I'm pretty good at as soon as I punch my card and I get back in my car, I leave work. I don't give a fuck. If I'm not at work, I don't give a fuck. And
That's
if there's something crazy going on, I'll pick it back up in the morning. But it's when work's done, work is done. But I feel like that would absolutely change if I was in like my dream job or something. For example, if I was doing like jits is on my mind all the time,
yeah.
all. So if I had my own club and like I was training and stuff, yeah, nonstop. You couldn't get that off my mind. But again, since my job isn't that important to me, I mean, I appreciate it and everything. It's a great job. But yeah,
But it's
when
not
it's
like
home
a
time,
life. Yeah, like you're not making your. Yeah, you're not like you said. It's not like your career path
right.
to. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that should, on paper, stress me out about work. I would just say, fuck it. I say, like, for example, like my warehouse is jam packed. Ain't no fucking space. And I got a call with my boss this past week, and he's like, "Hey, I want to drop like 45 pallets in your warehouse." I'm like, "I don't have fucking space. I have space for maybe like 5 pallets. I can't fit 45 in here." He's like,
Best I can do is 3.
"Yeah, right." He's like, "Yeah, well, we're probably gonna do it anyways because we get a deal on it." And I was like, okay. And I went home and I was like, oh, fuck. Mind you, when I go back into work next week, then I'll probably be like, fuck, where am I putting these kids? But then as soon as I go home that day, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like
Yo, we'll talk.
I've
We'll
got
store
work
them.
hours to figure it out.
We'll store them for you.
Yo, deal.
We'll
Business
talk.
deal,
We'll
right?
talk.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, we're
Perfect.
both offline. Look at this. We're working past 9 o'clock on a Friday.
Hey,
we all
I
need
don't think
raises.
about work when I'm at work. Get the shit out of here.
So vice versa though, like if something's stressing me outside of work, so something that's affecting me all the time. So a good example, I think you find a lot of people get stressed about finances. I think that's a common stress that a lot of people have.
That's fair.
Like let's say you're saving up for a house, you're saving up for a wedding, and it just feels like you have a goal in mind and it keeps getting further and further because things get in the way.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, is that sometimes I honestly just have to put that like foot down. Like a good example is sometimes I get behind on video editing for my own personal stuff. I'll edit the podcast, and then I just won't do my own personal shit. And then it'll be like that for 3 weeks. And I'll get stressed out in the sense of, I honestly feel like I haven't done my own thing. Like, I get behind it. And that's on me because I'm managing my time, I guess, inefficiently. But there's been times where I've even talked to my girlfriend and been like, listen, I know we had plans to go out. I'm staying in. Like, I'm staying in, period. I need to get these videos done. I need to get my shit done. Like, I need to do something where I feel productive, and we'll rearrange it. We'll change our plans a little. But at least I vocalized it. I feel like a lot of that has to be with not being vocal. If it's your own stress, honestly, make it, as Lee was saying, make a game plan. Like, when I was stressed financially and it was my own burden, I realized it's because I was spending my money stupidly on shit that I didn't even realize until I wrote it down. I'm like, yo, I see where the issue is. It's still me. You know what I mean? But
yeah. Found the root of your problems. But I think also to deal with this, like, I think I'm decent at avoiding stress, but when stress is there, to deal with it, I truly believe you got to have something for you and you alone. Like, I think it's great when you're in a relationship and you have things that you and your partner do,
like jerking off.
Yeah, exactly. Just looking at each other, jerk yourself off, just making eye contact. That's so fucking.
By the way, we call it now giving yourself a hand job. Our coworker inspired us.
We had a coworker saying something about like, oh, when you give yourself a hand job, and I'm like, bro, that's masturbating. When you don't give yourself a hand job.
But it feels a little more special. It feels a little more special that way, because if someone asks you, what are you doing today? Like, yo, I'm getting a hand job. Someone's like, yo, nice. But if you say I'm jerking off today, you're like, that's a little too personal. I don't need to know that.
Are you
a little different? I think it's a little different.
I feel like I'm almost sadder for the guy who's getting a hand job. Because I'm like, bro, you could do it better yourself. Like, that sucks.
I know, but
first of all, why are you hyped about it? Like, bro, she could do better. Like,
okay, but are you more hyped?
More, king?
When you go look at vehicles, do you like the hands-free option or the non-hands-free option? Because you can do the hands by yourself, but the hands-free option is still pretty nice.
It's true. That's true, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not putting in work, I guess.
Well, that's what they mean when they say hands-free.
But I'm trying to burn cows. I'm trying to burn cows, so I want to do it myself.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
No, but like I was saying, I think it's good to have things to do with people, especially important people in your life. But I think you should at least have one thing that is yours and yours alone. I.e. mine, and I will say this 1,000 times, I'll keep talking about jits forever, but jits is my thing. Like, in the beginning, like, I was always trying to convince my wife to like come join with me, because I do believe that everyone should do it, and I think especially women should learn it. I think it's great, it's so much fun, and she never really wanted to. She'll practice with me every now and then, and we'll goof around and stuff, but then I realized I was like,
oh, is that what you call it? We're gonna go practice jiu-jitsu.
Show you that rear naked choke, baby. But then, part of me was kind of like, I'm glad she didn't join, because like this is me time. Like, I get to go
and shoot
2 hours by myself. Obviously.
Yo, what would she join in was better than you?
I'd be so angry, bro. You know how? Here's
but the apprentice always becomes better than the master.
No, not with me. I will not.
What if she was just naturally like 2 weeks in and she was like at your tier of skill level?
I'm telling, I'm not even joking. I'm being very honest right now. I'd be pissed. I'd be so angry. I'd be furious.
Like, I don't even want to do this anymore.
Like, I wouldn't. I'd be so fucking angry. So here's the thing. Like, growing up, like, I have a brother, an older brother. Growing up, I was always living in his shadow. Anything I did was always like, my brother was an artist. My brother is an artist, and I got into art because I enjoyed it. Obviously, it was nice that my brother was an artist and he taught me something, but then people be like, oh, like, you're drawing like your brother. Oh, did you trace your brother's work? This and that. Like, anything that I did was always, it wasn't mine. It was always in his shadow. So then I found martial arts, and I loved martial arts, and I did it first. So I was like, this is me. This is my thing. And I got into it, and it was great. And there was a while where everyone was like, oh, he's doing martial arts. That's great. So then he joined for a little bit. And then it became oh, your brother's doing martial arts? Oh, did he get you into martial arts? Like, no, motherfuckers. Like, I did this first. And I got fucking pissed. I was like, yo, my one thing you took from me? And then it wasn't because of that, but it just so happened that he stopped training. I was like, you goddamn right, man. Like,
how do you know? Maybe he did know that's why, and he stopped because of that.
Maybe.
Would you have a newfound respect for that?
No, I'd actually be I'd be pissed about that.
So
like, don't quit because you think I'm a bitch. Like, I'll make my own.
But then you're
quit because you are a bitch. Yo, I
He's like, this
heard
guy won't
even.
stop bitching about how everyone thinks he copied me. Like, fuck,
Yo,
I'm tired of it.
are you marrying Emma because Davey was gonna marry Emma?
Yeah, that's right. Just trying to copy.
Any objections? Are you doing this only because Davey got married?
Yo, so that was another thing that like low key kind of bugged me a little bit. Is like the first time, like, or I guess it was the second time I hung out with my wife to be Emma. My ex was there because we were still friends for a while, and she happened to be. So was Lucas. Lucas was there.
Oh,
I remember.
Oh, Lucas is also your ex?
Lucas is my present. Lucas is my side ting. So look at that, so fucking cute. So yeah, like we had dropped her home, Emma, my wife to be, and when we were leaving, because like we hadn't started dating yet. This was like our second time like really hanging out, and Lucas was like, "Hey man, so like you're gonna start dating?" Because Lucas knew like that I liked her, and I was like, "Yeah, man, probably." And my ex was like, "Oh, like you can't date her. She's just like my sister-in-law, being my brother's wife." And I was like, "Don't say that. Like I'm not dating someone like my brother's wife. Like fuck off. Like Jesus Christ."
You know what's funny? A small world on that, or I think a similar situation where when my brother was dating a girl named Nicole, I went on a date with a girl named Nicole, and one of the main reasons why I couldn't continue is like I just can't have that happen. Like it's just too weird. Like two Nicoles like that, and like it's too strange. Luckily, I actually broke up with her because she's also weird as shit. Did I ever tell you a story?
Why is that lucky? Why are you lucky that she's weird as shit?
Because then I had a reason to end it. Because what if I really liked her? Then I would be like, oh, now I have to date another Nicole. Now we have two.
Yeah, fair.
The reason why I broke up, and the main reason you guys will laugh, is that whenever we called on the phone, which was quite often, she would talk to her cat more than me while she was on the phone with. Like, there's times where like mid conversation, she would start, "Isn't that right, Mr. Wrinkles? Yes, yes." I'm
I didn't know she was.
And I was and I was on speakerphone in my car, like,
dude, how do you know she wasn't trying to like sexually talk to you? That
call
was
me Mr. Wrinkles.
Mr. Wrinkles is your penis.
Is it because I'm white? Is it because I'm white? Because I age bad?
Mr. Wrinkles is your ball sack.
Isn't that right, Mr. Wrinkles? She's like Snake Charmer. Mask off.
Thinking of something else. I don't know why this made me think of this, but funny story today. My brother-in-law got these new glasses today, and they look like we recently got Ben Mr. Potato Head, like the whole thing. And so the glasses that come with it look like these glasses. So he puts them on, and Ben goes, "Daddy, you're Mr. Potato Head."
Wrecked. Fucking wrecked.
Took them off, and Kel and I were like howling at how funny it was. And Ben, like, he kept saying, he's like, "You're Mr. Potato Head."
Shut up, son.
But he says it. He says fucking Potato Head.
Potato?
Yeah. He calls him Mr. Potato Head.
Yo, for Halloween, you should grow out the stash and be.
Yeah, right.
I
should.
Yeah.
I thought they made so it's no longer Mr. Potato Head.
No, it's not. It's just Potato Head.
Just Potato Head. It's gender neutral now.
Yeah, it's gender neutral, bro.
It's a potato.
I wonder
it's a fucking potato.
It didn't even have a gender to begin with.
You can't tell it what gender it is,
dude. I've met some people who I'd classify as potatoes for sure.
It's true.
Online
or pylons.
In the online,
you can't tell me pylons are gender neutral.
In Call of Duty, there's a ton of potatoes out there, dude.
Yeah, on Maddie's standards.
That's fucked. That's so fucked.
I wonder what if Dave Chappelle would have said something about that. If that had that news had come up before. I don't know how long that's been a thing. That it's now it's just it's gonna be Potato Head.
Yeah, someone tweet him or screenshot and put it on Instagram. No, but about the whole your ex Nicole talking to her cat thing. Fucking Emma, my wife to be, does that shit all the time. Like, for example, last night, like, we're eating while we're watching The Office. We finish eating. She loves accents. And she's like, "Oh, I have to pee." And I was like,
what accent is that?
I don't know, but I was like, okay. She's like, "Oh, I have to pee. I have to pee." And she gets off the bed, and instead of going to the bathroom, she stops and she's like down on the ground with the dog, and she's like, "I have to pee. I have to pee." And I was like, "Go pee then. Like, shut up. Get out of here." It's funny because I just kept going.
I can picture how people get like that with dogs. Like,
With dogs.
oh yeah, 100%. I can totally
fucking
see
jokes.
why that's the case.
Well,
That's funny.
she literally went on for like a minute, just on the floor with the dog. I have to pee. I have to pee. I was like, go.
Yeah,
Get
was
out of
that
here.
an attempt? Was that her Filipino accent? That's what like it sounds like you're trying to do. I don't know if
I
if
wonder.
your recreation of it is just sounding like it's Filipino.
Got a Filipino
or-
flair. Maybe that
yeah.
might just be because I
So
fucking love.
why
the
is it
Filipino
acceptable
accent.
to use that? Like, you know how when you talk to a dog, you use like that baby voice.
Yeah.
It's acceptable to talk to babies and dogs like that, but not the cashier at a grocery store when you get a good deal. Look at that deal! Look at the savings!
You want a coupon? You want a coupon?
the cashier's like,
How do you know you can't talk to them?
I was
Have you
gonna
tried?
say.
Yeah, maybe
That's
you can.
exactly what I was gonna say. Maybe it's preferred.
Yeah.
the cashier, like,
It's
after you walk
polite.
away, he's like, damn it, give me that coupon normal. See?
Yeah. Fucking-
What's the point of holding up all these people if you're not even gonna be cute about it? Am I even a good cashier? Who's the good cashier? Is it still me? Or when you're doing like a performance review, who's the good cashier? Who's the good guy? Is it me?
You know what this means, right?
Start shaking your butt. Like,
You know what this means, right?
what's that?
This means you need to do this at a grocery store and we need to record it for our Instagram account.
Or like when I get super excited about like a good deal, I shake my butt like when a dog greets you at the door.
Sure.
And, like hold a pillow in my mouth and shit. I'll do it.
Yeah, the items you're buying. The items you're buying.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold the basket actually.
Do I buy it through my mask?
yeah. I think you have to.
Even better. Be a nice wet mark on the mask.
That happens regardless because I always breathe through my mouth with my mask on, so it goes and like it like inhales.
It's a choking hazard, dude.
Oh yeah.
You are masks required for kids? Is that how that works? If they're, like,
Under
a
the
certain
age of 2 years old, I think they don't require it
why?
because they're immune.
Oh, so after 2,
Yeah.
it's when they're
Are they immune?
Yeah, because coronavirus has like a height requirement, which is why a lot of shorter people are actually immune.
that
So
doesn't
little
make sense
people-
because it started in Asia, so that default must be wrong. You're fine.
It started there because they knew that would be like
Hotspot.
yeah.
Interesting.
It's such
Yeah.
interesting science.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone's done a metric of the average height of people that have tested.
Like, what if that's actually a factor? What if that's a factor and no one's thinking about it? Hey, if you're over 5'6", you're good. Actually, you're perfect.
Is it so the taller you are, the worse you get it?
Oh, is that
So if Yao Ming
Right,
got
just shorter.
sick, he would like insta die.
just
Like
explode? Dead.
he sneezes,
Dead.
collapses.
I don't know if there's. I'll have to look this up. I don't know if there's actually.
If there's not a metric,
No,
can you
there's
make
no
one?
way.
Can you
There's
make
no
one?
way.
I don't have access to that type of data.
We gotta go start polling.
How tall are you? Have you had COVID? Yes. How tall are you?
Yeah, perfect. Need at least 50,000 people.
Is that how many data points you need for it to be considered like it counts for? I
I
think
just
it's
picked a
only
number.
5,000. I think it's 5.
Well,
5,000 is a sufficient a data point amount so that it calculates for the the thing, the standard
What?
Oh.
standard deviation or something. I don't know. I didn't take stats.
oh, okay.
It's a real thing.
5,000. 5,000. That seems small. That's interesting. That seems too small. It's full of shit.
Is it?
5,000? I mean, considering there are almost 8 billion people on the planet, I feel like 5,000 is pretty low.
Is it? Let's see.
We're gonna find out for you guys. Don't worry.
I don't know.
We're gonna
I
get to the
don't
bottom of this shit.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
or
Standard
maybe we're not gonna
deviation,
get to the
I think
bottom of this
it's
shit.
I think it's 5,000. I don't know.
okay, sure,
I don't know.
sure.
But I want, yeah, maybe there is a hidden correlation that like people just overlook because it's like who's stupid enough to think of that?
Right?
We just
That'd
did.
be
Or like people with
Imagine it comes
mustaches
out
are more prone.
in like 10 years. It's like COVID. New data shows that people who were under 5'6" were at most risk to COVID in 2021. And we'd be like, see, We fucking called this out in 2022.
Yeah, we're fucking psychic. And
2000
instead of vaccine shots, everyone just gets like knee surgeries to get taller, and then boom, we beat
Well,
COVID.
No, the
There's
same way
some,
that instead of extending your dick, you just extend your knees. The same procedure can be done, right?
They put your dick in your knees. That's how you get taller.
Yeah,
They
dude,
when you push
yeah,
your
I'd
dick
go
back
soft-
in. They push
No,
your dick
no,
back in, and your
It's
spine
not when you get
grows.
horny. When you get horny, you just like grow taller.
Dude, are you telling me instead of 6'3", I could be 6'3.5"?
Yes.
That's crazy. When I'm super excited. Yo,
That's right.
I was listening to radio again. I'm sorry, guys. I listened to
This
radio.
guy
a
lied.
lot.
You said
Even
you
though-
never
I
listened
said
to
I
radio.
listened to it like
Yes,
once
they
in a
don't
while.
stories.
Shut up. Okay, so anyway. There was one where they're like, we made a poll of people, like the differences and characteristics of people who prefer cold vacations rather than warm vacations. I'm like, let's hear it, because like I any day would take a trip to Antarctica over like a trip to Cuba. I'm one of those people. And
You're a fucking monster.
okay, well, let me tell you the characteristics of me being a fucking monster. Apparently, like people who prefer the cold are more introverted and like cats over dogs. That is not true about me at all. That's because I was gonna say, no, 'cause I love dogs. Like I'm not the biggest cat person. I don't mind cats, but like I would never get one for myself. It's not for me.
You don't like pussies.
So
is what
you'd
you
get
said.
one for someone else?
Yeah, it's like a bouquet of flowers. Like Happy
Here's a
Mother's
cat.
Day. She's like, I have 37 of these. Stop. Here's a cat.
Who have you? 37 cats? That's a fuck ton of cats. That's a lot of pussy, dude.
Yes, you
That is a
damn
lot.
right it
But
is.
that's actually more cats than I've gone in my lifetime, if you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah, 37 is kind of a lot.
I know one person who's surpassed that number of real cats. We'll call it.
Really?
There was a girl from my high school who hit 20 before 20.
Is that a Forbes achievement?
That's fucked.
20 under 20?
That's crazy.
And like it says like the title's 20 under 20, and then in like small text is like dicks, like written right beside.
Instead of millions? Unless you reach millions of dicks.
Ooh,
20 under 20? Oh,
that's
my
gnarly.
God.
That's gnarly.
At that point, you're just jumping on them.
I know my next achievement.
Yeah, you could be
30 under 30.
Yeah, get it. I'll help out. You got 2 right here.
I get my share. That's funny.
Oh, it's technically 1.5 because of me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if Forbes will count it.
Yikes.
Yeah, there's an
Such a
asterisk beside the 20. It's like one member only counted. What does that mean? That it's small, or are you transitioning?
I'm small. Like, like when you see a guitarist like shred, like that's how it looks like when I give myself a hand job.
He's ringing a little bell.
Yeah, the world's smallest violin.
That's right. Woo!
Trust me, you'll never hear floorboards creak like my household does. So
What?
I don't know what that means.
I actually don't know either.
Was that-
Is that gonna be just the next thing you say that like it's like one of those weird opening or ending statements? Is that gonna be one of them? Have you ever heard the what did you
It's like when you say a joke out of context and someone's like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
I think that's what just happened.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. Yeah.
Barbecue sauce on my nipples, baby.
That's more relatable than
Yeah.
whatever you said
I
before.
Is
agree.
it?
My favorite condiment, of course, is more relatable. Just having another drink
And
here.
his favorite body part.
The barbecue
My
sauce,
own.
my favorite
Yeah.
body part for sure.
Man.
Body part sauce? Is that what we're gonna call it instead?
Oh, it does rhyme
Is
with
that
barbecue
just
sauce.
is that jizz?
Could be pee, could be
Like,
poo,
oh,
could be blood. It's all of them.
oh, oh, yikes!
They're all sauces that come out of your body.
Don't call it sauces. Don't call your blood a sauce.
Oh, my sauce! I'm saucing, baby.
I'm saucing on you.
Oh, that's great. I'm
I'm gonna start referring to it that way.
Every time I go to the
Like,
bathroom,
when
I
I cut
gotta
my
go
finger, like,
sauce.
Oh, So much sauce. So much sauce.
That's too much sauce.
That's what he called 911. Like, what's the emergency? Too much sauce. They're like, oh my god.
There's sauce everywhere.
So when Future was singing about he really just had a paper cut in the studio, he's like, oh, it's too much sauce. And everyone's like, oh.
Too much sauce. That's funny.
Imagine police like dialing in into
I'm
headquarters,
sauce.
being like, you got a victim here. He's got sauce on his lips, sauce all over his shirt. Wait, you pick him up at the McDonald's drive-thru? Like, what the fuck?
And so you go, you got some sauce in your shirt, and then they're like, no.
No.
So your nose is bleeding, your nose is saucing.
Yeah. Now no one will never know when I'm going to take a shit or take a piss. Yeah, I gotta go sauce real quick.
Or blood. You
just go bleed in the bathroom. I guess some people do.
And my girlfriend told me she was on her saucing week. I'd be like, oh shit, that sounds serious.
She's shitting all week.
I hate that week.
I guess a whole new definition, just shark week. I have
Taco Bell.
shits all week. I have diarrhea. I have Sharknado.
Sharknado or Sharknado?
Sharknado. Yo, which one's scarier to encounter in real life?
Sharknado for sure is scary.
Bro.
Fuck that.
You're getting sucked into a Sharknado? Give me the sharks. give me the Sharknado.
Is it like when you get sprayed with a skunk? Like you're just stuck with that smell.
Yo, what if skunks? What if skunks, when they sprayed you, it turned into a tornado when they spray you? Just whoa!
You're trying to like hold on to shit.
And the skunk just like turns back, is like just watching everything happen.
Your house gets ripped out of the ground. Fucking skunk.
You know when you're like driving by and like a skunk died nearby and you smell a skunk, like, oh no.
No.
Oh.
Woo. Let's pitch that screenplay idea.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna make it.
I'll call it Skunknado. So original.
Is that why they canceled Pepe Le Pew? Or was it for some other shit?
It's because he was like
Sexually harassing.
He had like rapey
right.
vibes, is what they said.
Rapey vibes, yeah. Whack.
Actually, I saw a question about that today. Was if your defense mechanism was like a skunk, where if you were in a dangerous situation, you had to spray a scent. What scent are you spraying?
Ooh.
Is it specifically if it's defensive, like to repel people,
or whatever you want? It could be whatever you want, but like that would be one of the uses. Would be, yeah, like someone's attacking you. What are you spraying so that they stop or they're distracted?
That's good. I feel like skunks pretty well fucking nailed it with horrible
bro.
smell. But
I would spray the smell of toast so they think they would be having a stroke.
Whoa, that's a big.
Like, whoa! I got more important matters right now.
That's interesting.
I'll be like, and yo, the left side of your face is going. No. Starts running away. I've gotten the key, baby. That's it.
That's not a bad. Hey,
yeah, that's not
bad. And to you, if you like the smell of toast, like it's a win-win, right? So I like the smell of toast.
That's true.
I'd probably pick a Chinese bakery. I'd be fucked in any time I had needed self-defense, but otherwise I'd just be like farting in my room all the time.
You'd be
no, it's not a fart. It's not like you fart to make that smell. It's like a.
Oh, it's like a separate this is specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, still hard.
That'd also be kind of awkward because maybe someone scares you at a party, like while you're walking through a gate, someone scares you, like, oh, now I smell like toast.
No, people be like, yo,
worse thing.
Who left stuff in the toast?
Everyone's having a stroke.
Yeah, I'd pick vodka.
Oh, like straight.
Immediately, the person would be like, ugh. Yeah, no, you can't stay aggressive when you're.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I would probably go tequila then. Alcohol's a good one.
Yeah, alcohol.
That or just straight like permanent marker.
So that shit gets to your head, man. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I would definitely take a whiff though of my own defense mechanism before I go. That. Yeah. Or I would put my hand over so when I'm running away.
Yo, what about Alex's hand soap that you were talking about?
Oh no, that's like too good.
That shit's great.
The robber
It
It
starts
stopped them in their
making
tracks
out.
like, what the fuck's that smell?
Yeah.
You're getting robbed at home. He just starts like Eskimo kissing you. He's like, oh my god.
So fucking good. So fucking good.
The soap.
Would this smell still come from your butthole like skunks or?
No, your whole body, just out of
Oh,
all your
just-
pores.
Okay, sick.
You
Yeah.
could- but then people would catch on that it was like, if Lucas was nervous, we'd be like, oh, all of a sudden it smells like toast. Who's nervous, Lucas?
Yeah.
At a job interview, it's like, do you smell toast? Oh. Do you smell? Are you good? Yo, the left side of your face, bro. Telling you, man, I can get out of any awkward situation. Yo, cop pulls me over. I'm like, bro, yo, you should get your face checked out. He'll think I'm roasting him. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
You're also ugly, but
Yeah, but what if
oh,
you?
ew!
What if he
You're
just?
so ugly.
What if he just had lunch though? So he like had like a sandwich. So he expects the smell of toast. He's just like, oh yeah, that's just.
Yo, actually, I'm changing mine. I would make mine smell like smoke. So I could be like, there's a fire. You need to run.
That's good too, I guess. Yeah, but some people love the smell of smoke.
Maybe then they would stay in it and enjoy it. No, wait. Who likes the smell of smoke? If you're breathing smoke, you're gonna die.
Yeah, but it's just the smell.
It
of
smells like smoke. It's not smoke
How are they gonna know the difference?
when they.
You've
don't
never
see the
seen how
smoke.
much I
When
sweat.
they don't-
it's like a
They don't
cloud.
see the smoke.
Yeah,
So you're
well,
saying like you
when
would
I s-
emit a cloud?
No, I'm just saying that's how much I would sweat. It would just be a cloud. It would,
Bro,
it would
no, I changed my
precipitate
mind.
from my body.
I'm gonna emit the
maybe.
scent of barbecue sauce so that you, Maddie specifically, are like addicted to me.
Whoa, that's
I
hot.
Sorry,
I already
licking it all
am,
over.
dude.
That's hot. Damn.
I already am, dude.
Yeah.
Can we? Is your hairstyle like a throwback?
Yeah,
Like-
it's because my hair's thick as fuck. So like,
Yeah,
no matter
dude.
where I move my hair, it just.
Dude, you look like you could be one of the twins from Harry Potter. with that
Yeah.
stuff in there. hairstyle.
Oh, the Weasleys.
Yeah.
Well, I think I could do Jimmy Neutron too.
Oh yeah, actually, that's a good one too.
No.
Nope.
nothing
Dude, do you
happened.
guys have Halloween costume ideas?
Yes, I already have mine planned out with my girlfriend.
Yeah. So here's what I'm doing. I'm
No.
doing,
'cause
Kronk and
he's gonna say-
Yzma.
He's gonna say,
I'm doing Kronk and Yzma. Yeah.
"Hold me back."
No, that's what.
Yo, are we doing a party or something this year, or what's going on?
Don't worry about it.
I'm game.
You
I'm
smell like
game for
toast.
sure. I do not have a costume idea yet though. I might.
Like,
go-
Christina and I are gonna be Kronk and Yzma.
I might go as like Aziz Ansari and just like wear a suit.
I don't know who that
And
is.
then-
Aziz Ansari, the brown comedian guy.
Oh,
Oh, and Emma's gonna be Laziz. I'm sorry, which is just chicken on the rocks with an
Yep.
apology letter.
Yep, that's right. Garlic and tahini.
What about you, Maddie?
I think we want to do the Addams Family.
Oh,
Nice.
solid.
That'll be,
Oh yeah, you'd make a great Gomez.
Don't tell Nikki that. She's gonna be so happy.
Yo,
Maybe
can
it's
you be
supposed to
the
be a
hand?
surprise, so I didn't tell this online. We're gonna
Surprise
cut
for who? Who's this surprise for?
each other so that when we show up, we're like, "Oh, this is my costume." Just pretend to act surprised. I know they're gonna see this, but
What? You guys didn't? Okay, sure. What?
no, not telling. I'm not. Maybe I was supposed to tell you guys when you see my costume. Be like, "Oh,
So
that's
what is
Oh,
she
a
gonna-
surprise for us. Oh,
Maybe,
I
maybe.
see. Okay, sure.
Okay, yo, why don't you just be the hand?
And I'll just give out jobs all night."
Handing out some free literature.
We're also with the fam. We're gonna do, Pokemon. So it's like Kel and Jacob are gonna be Ash and Misty. I'm gonna be Brock Obvi. Ben is gonna be Pikachu, and then I think the baby's gonna be Togepi.
Nice.
Nice,
pretty
yeah.
sick, pretty dope.
That's sick. Yeah.
And then we were saying that Nikki could be Nurse Joy.
Yeah, there you
Something
go.
like that.
You would
No,
like
no, no.
that, wouldn't you?
She's got to be Chansey.
Yeah, her and I can both be Chances.
Yo, can you order Jacob's costume, but give him a Snorlax by accident? That wasn't a roast. That wasn't a roast. Oh,
That's a
I can see how I
roast.
could come off that way. I'm so
telling
sorry.
him right after.
But it's
this.
because he's so ugly.
Call him in here. Call him in
Ew.
here.
Should we do a segment like that where we call people one day
That could be fun. Yeah.
at a call, and then we'll just dial out to people and ask them about an opinion on one of our topics?
I'll call 911. So what do you guys think about
Yeah, you know what? I wish we could do. I wish we could invite people into the Zoom chat like without them knowing. Like you know how when you dial on FaceTime or like
can.
WhatsApp,
You could.
you can.
Oh yeah.
We
I
should
could
do
say,
that.
basically, I send them a link.
But
and
it's
if they
only
click on it,
no,
they're
but that's
in.
the thing is they
if you
know they're
call
joining a
them,
Zoom chat.
if you call them, you can call and add in a call, but
Okay.
they don't know that it's like it's to the podcast. It would just be like they think they're getting a phone call.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That would be sick. So that they join in all of a sudden. They're like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
but
we'd
not
have to
video.
get-
It's just audio.
Oh, they just as good. That's just as good.
Yeah.
Well, not as good, but it'll do.
Yeah,
I don't know,
we'll try
maybe,
it one day.
Maybe that'll be a segment that we do
That could be fun.
with people that we want to invite and stuff.
We'll just have to make sure that they're okay with it, obviously,
We're not.
or not.
Or
yeah.
not.
Again, can't sue us for shit because we got nothing.
Or not. Yeah.
Holy shit! It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's been an hour and a
Oh,
half.
is it time?
It's
We
time.
could wrap it up. Is there a hypothetical you want to quickly talk about, and then our thankfuls?
I thought that smell one. Was
I thought your
really
smell
good,
was a hypothetical.
Good one, Matt. Sick. Fucking sick.
There you go.
All right, what are our thankfuls?
For me,
Leading out your.
I'm thankful that I get a ride. I mean,
You
like
shut the
this
fuck
lately.
Shut the fuck up.
You guys go.
Did you
first.
get your car yet,
No.
guys? Lucas
Yeah, I
bought
know.
a Mitsubishi.
When I didn't get my fucking Krispy Kreme today, I was like, well, Lucas didn't get his car. This isn't what I'm thankful for, but also like Krispy Kreme has cinnamon buns right now. Has like a limited time thing.
Are they good?
Bruh, holy shit, they're
Yeah. Unreal.
they're great. They're great.
They have even cinnamon toast crunch cereal on top.
I could do without it. I could do without the cinnamon
Ooh.
toast crunch on top.
That sounds pretty
But-
good.
It is great. That's a damn good cinnamon bun.
Damn good cinnamon bun. Why'd you say it like that?
Because I was getting horny. Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna go get some tomorrow. Fuck it. No, what I'm thankful for though is at my Jits place. There's this
Oh my
mother.
god, it's always about jits with this guy.
I told you it's always on my mind. No, but legit. There's this mother and
Legit. This guy just had the.
legit. No, there's this mother. There's this mother and her son that train there, and I love it. I believe she's like 50 in her 50s. I don't know his age. He's probably his late teens. I imagine he's like 16, 17. But I just really love that they both come in, train together. They have this awesome bond. I was talking to him today and stuff, and he was saying like when the pandemic hit, like him and his mom were drilling at home because they're training partners. And I love that. Makes me so happy to see. And I love it when kids can have that relationship with their parents. It like reminded me back when I started training for the first time. My mom was my training partner. Like she didn't come to class or anything, but like I'd learn some stuff. I'd go home and she would stand there with me, and like I'd train some stuff. And she'd go to work the next day with like bruises on her forearms because she's training with me. And I just love it. I love that when kids can have that relationship with their parents, and seeing those two train together.
Are you basically calling
makes
them
me
out
very
that you want
happy.
to fight them? Sounds what it's like. It's like you're.
Two at the same time. I respect the hell out of them, but I'll kick your ass anyways. Bring it.
Wreck, dude. So wait, Lucas, what are you actually thankful for? Sorry.
I would say I'm thankful for the fact that we're accessible to all groceries. Just knowing that if I want a mango, I can go to the grocery store, grab a fucking mango.
What if
Because
they're
not
out of
everyone's
mangoes?
accessible to everything. What?
What if they're out of mangoes? Are you still thankful?
No. That's
what
when
if it's
I
on
ended.
season?
That's why I'm no longer thankful.
So it's not an unconditional.
So for now,
it's not unconditional
Uncondi-
thankfulness.
I'm conditionally thankful. No, but like legit. If I go to a grocery store, I can get whatever I want: sushi,
Yep.
pizza,
true.
anything. As
Not
soon as
true.
I'm there, I can get anything, and I think that's nuts.
That's not true. There's
is
some
that where you
people
got
who
your car?
What can I not get? What can I not
Yeah,
get?
a car. You can get your
I
car.
could actually. I could break into a window and hotwire one if I really wanted to. So
Okay, he's not wrong. Shit. Take that.
anything
Wow.
else? Tell me I can't have the grocery store because I can debate the fuck out of that store manager.
Take it. Take the keys.
I'm like, listen.
What if he's not working that day? What if they're not working?
I'll
That
be
day?
like, yo, I got this. Enjoy tonight. 30% off your store. If I have 5 of them total, you owe me. He's like, holy fuck.
This guy read the manual.
What if he doesn't work that day? Then I just pee on it and then I own it.
Oh fucking god.
That's
yeah.
true. That's a good point.
my property then, right?
Damn, he's good. He's
Yeah,
good.
that's what they do on property hunters actually.
That's why I love that show.
They pee on the building, then just shoot it with a gun. Like
That's
I just
actually
hunted
my
you down.
favorite. That's my favorite part of the episode. I just
Pissing on walls.
I just skip to that part every week.
Nice.
Every episode.
What about you, Maddie?
Oh, jinx. To kind of go off of Lucas, I'm very thankful for just how accessible anything you really ever need is. I think that's something that we take very much for granted.
100%.
Like literally the entire world, or even just if you want to go, if you're just like, I want an ice cream, you can just go and get a fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
Some people may go their entire life not having ice cream.
Fuck, that's true, eh?
Have you guys watched? Wait, did we talk about Squid Games last time?
Yeah, but I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet either.
Okay, because yeah,
Hold your fucking horses.
the hardships, you know, in countries like that is there's just things that we have every day that some people just will never get.
It's true, man.
And that's why we're thankful because it's Thanksgiving.
That's right. So to all you guys, happy Christmas.
Correct.
Go stuff that turkey, baby.
And call us Turkey. Everyone have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.